you read this article?
Which one?
This one.
Yeah, a little bit of it.
Okay.
But I'm a headline guy.
I know.
Did you read it?
No.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm asking. I didn't read it. I saw that, and I saw it was an opinion piece, so I didn't bother.
You know what I saw was I saw them put out same people. New York Post put out an article, and they're like, "What's the deal with all these transgender killers?" And then they were like, going out of their way to not dead name them and get their gender correct. By correct, I mean incorrect. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing?
Where am I hearing this?
Okay, she's getting on right now.
Why am I here? Dude, take it off your phone, please.
Oh, my Bluetooth off.
Yeah.
I won't take it off my phone, but I'll turn my Bluetooth off. Okay, I think I got it. Gotta get in the zone. Fucking auto zone.
Whoa, what is going on? That freeze up for anybody? Oh, hey! Kim Coulter in the house.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
We're just on the countdown screen. And... Does that sound fucked up for anybody?
Come through for me, buddy.
Okay. It must be these headphones. Oh, jeez.
Shook up, let out.
Exactly.
All right. Physiognomy is what I call that one.
I don't know how to spell it.
I don't either. It's with an F.
No, I think it's PH.
You
Yeah,
must
that's
have
a
a
topic
PH.
that you were-
You must have a PhD to know that. Keep going.
One minute. 1 minute.
1 minute. Ooh, boy. It's closer to 45 seconds now.
Now you got a PhD in timekeeping.
Already got $1. Shut you out in a second, EP.
Never give us up, but the life would take me back our place.
And we're live.
Murder the Media live. We got a couple special guests. Well, one's sort of our third co-host.
He's not very
He's
special.
not so special.
He's special
He's
in
not
his
so
own way.
He's been here before,
Yeah.
but we love you either
Occasion.
way. We got Kim Coulter tonight, everybody.
Hey now.
How you guys doing?
Oh, I thought you would have something more explosive.
I did too. The button didn't work.
Just hit a little explosion. There you go.
Woo! There you go.
Way better. There we go. Okay, now I feel like we're getting all hyped up together. This is wonderful. Kim
love
Coulter, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm doing great, blessed and highly favored. It's been a stressful week, but we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, I think.
Yeah, first of all, let me start off by apologizing for you not having anything better to do on a Saturday, but thank you for spending it with us right off the bat. That said, Ochs, I knew you didn't have anything better to do. you jobless. You unemployed bastard. How's that going, by the way?
Of course the input. It's all right. It's heating back up. You know, I drop some crumbs around. Sometimes people pick them up and ask me to do a thing or two. So we're doing all right.
He goes, oh, and I go, no, because you never tell me anything. But that's what I like about you. You're a mystery. You're a mystery, man.
Enigmatic.
Yeah. I'm trying not to be somber today. I've been somber for too many days, and I've turned that into more of a radical rage, but I don't like using the R word.
It's been rough. It's
been rough. The new R word is rough.
Yeah.
New R, hard R.
Yeah. It's been a real hard, rough time. But I'm looking at this in a positive light, people. I'm going, you know what? Not to toot my own horn, but I've been preaching a little bit of what other people might call radicalism for a while, which I don't find very radical myself. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like there's a clear-cut thing here of good versus evil, and I'm just wanting people to get on the team. I don't think it's
you're
that
on
different.
brand.
Absolutely.
I think the time's just caught up with you, Bill.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, a long time ago, I had this theory, right? I said, how does one figure out which side they're on? You know, and I go, wait a minute, I think I've got this. I think I've got the answer to my own question. I like my asking myself my own questions because it makes me feel better about myself. I go, what if your options were you could either be a pedophile or pedophile supporter or not? And I go, black and white. I feel like we can all start from here and go, you know what? I know what team I'm on. And I feel like this is a similar version of the same thing. So as everybody knows, we've got the people who are cheering on the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and we've got the people that say, you know what? Inappropriate. There's a lot more gray there, but I feel like not a lot, but a little bit more. But I feel like I've been. So you remember the last person to ask Charlie Kirk a question? He's been identifying as a leftist and everything, and he goes, I was wanting him to know that the left is peaceful, and that really backfired.
Yeah.
So people like that, I go, there might be a chance for you, maybe, but if you don't change positions now, I'm afraid you're still in the opposition, and therefore you're my enemy. Thoughts on that, folks? We'll let Kim go first. Go ahead, Kim. You're the special guest tonight.
Well, especially as a former degenerate leftist, I would say that if there's hope for me, there's hope for nearly anybody. I would say that this moment has radicalized some, but it has, and I've said this a few times, but I think this was the death of the normie. I don't think that there's anybody who could stay apolitical at this point. And you're right, it's not a matter of right versus left anymore. It's a matter of right versus wrong. And if you pick the wrong side, I don't have sympathy for that anymore. And I think all of us are kind of on the same page. We're done playing nice. We're done pretending that it matters when we get called names. We're done with all of that. It's over. And I think that young man who looked Charlie Kirk in the face and had his final words with the man, and watched as a bullet exited his throat while the consciousness in his mind was saying, let me explain to him how peaceful we are. If that's probably going to change his mind. And whether or not and the thing about it is we have to be graceful with this kind of thing, because even, for me, in addition to this, I know this happens for a lot of former leftists. You kind of like have to gradually like ease your way into the water a little bit. At first it was like, okay, like, I see that like some conservative ideas are respectable, and then you got to like take the next step and the next step. It'll probably happen with this guy a lot faster because he literally watched a man die in front of his eyes. But I'd say give it a little bit of a grace period, because there's still the fear of social ostracization and the fear of losing your immediate friend circle. But to the people who are worried about that, I say you have to, sometimes things have to fall apart to make way for better things. And if those people treat you that way, they shouldn't be in your life in the first place. So that's where I stand.
I like that you mentioned this kind of a grace period. I'm okay with that. They need time to kind of process and see what the people around them are saying. And so that way they can accurately gauge, hey, you know what? I'm on the wrong team here. But if they don't, how do y'all feel in the, let's call it like the medium range future? Like, where are we at with this? Because we've seen some very, I hate to keep using the term radicalizing, because if I'm being totally honest with everybody, what we're talking about isn't radical in the slightest. They have manipulated the term to be like, well, that's a pretty radical take. It's like, not really, not traditionally over the last, history of the entire of humanity's existence.
Yeah,
it's
we're
not
about
that
to
radical.
normalize normality.
And hey, take it easy. We're not a radical show here. You're sounding like an extremist right now. But yeah, how long do we give
a list?
We're on many.
I'm sure all four of us are on many lists. But the people that control those lists are gone, it seems like, hopefully. Unless the deep state is still in existence. Probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's inarguable.
So back to what I was saying. Sorry, I went off on a bit of a tangent. As you'll find out, Kim, probably, I do that a lot, and people are starting to not like it. However, that said, when the Charlie Kirk thing happened, that's all I did. And then they loved it again. And I go, see, I've never changed course. It's you that have faltered. But anyway, how long do you give them on this timeline to go, this is the amount of time you have.
Didn't mean to hit that.
Whoops. This is the amount of time you have to come to terms and decide what side it is you're on.
Well, I mean, I think that would depend on the degree of radicalization that they've gone under, right? So, like, let's say it's like someone who's like a baseline normie who like never wanted to punch someone in the face or wearing a red hat. It's probably going to take less time. But somebody who's been, let's say, like blue-haired, bull-nosed, ringed, feminist, fill in the blank, whatever the hell, it's going to take a considerably longer time to unlearn all of that social programming. And I don't know how to put a specific timeline on that. But I think that it's just important to be reasonable. Rome wasn't built in a day. I certainly am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I still fall victim to old patterns. And I'm, I think the idea is progress. And I think that's what we should be looking for as the indicator, rather than whether or not like they're immediately on the side we want them to be on. If that makes sense. Unless you're celebrating the death. If you're celebrating the death, go fuck yourself. And I don't care about any of that. I can curse, right?
That's a bridge too far.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
it's a bridge too far.
All of these liberal crybaby faggot pieces of shit who are like, oh, I lost my job because I celebrated a man getting murdered, and you guys were so happy about George Floyd. And it's like, and these people are so deranged. They're so out of touch with reality that they think that this career criminal asshole piece of shit who held a pregnant woman at gunpoint and was on more drugs. Yeah, I mean, of course he was fucking black. I mean, that's what black privilege is. That's why he got monuments, because blacks have privilege in America, to be criminal, drug addict, loser, deadbeat father, pieces of shit, and still get fucking canonized by these idiots. And what, meanwhile, an actual God-fearing man who I hardly agreed with the man. I made the man a freaking bad guy in my Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I'm not gonna like sit here and say that I always loved Charlie Kirk and oh he's a great. I thought a lot of what he said was really dumb and I disagreed with a lot of it. But
Sure.
I would never, even if Destiny were to get murdered, I wouldn't sit around and say that's great. And I've heard him talk about how he would have had his son aborted. So quite
Yeah.
frankly, these people are not. I started with saying they're not only so demented that they think that there's a comparison with a man like Charlie Kirk to a man like George Floyd, but I literally saw one earlier today. It was like, I can't help that I felt joy when Charlie Kirk died. Then you're a fucking demon. And really, like the idea that they're saying like, oh well, don't you believe in freedom of expression? I told them from the beginning, freedom. You said freedom of expression is not freedom from consequence. Keep that energy. I've been saying that for years and years. Guess what? Keep that energy, boo boo.
And it's funny too.
Right.
I've made a recent observation. All of these people that are getting fired, it's funny. They had a lot to lose, and you'd think maybe they'd be a little more couth with their statements.
No,
their
not at all.
opinions.
They've
No.
been socially programmed into believing that they can say whatever they want about the right wing because we're Nazis. And if you paint somebody as a horrible villain for years and years and years, you shouldn't be surprised when vigilantes start trying to take matters into their own hands. Except the fact is, these guys aren't bad guys. Charlie Kirk was the most moderate of us, and
Right.
it now guess what? You see it all over the place. It's like, well, you murder Charlie Kirk, enjoy Nick Fuentes, enjoy Paul Miller, enjoy Hammer. You get what you're coming to you, and we're not. I don't feel bad about it anymore, and I'm not gonna care what anybody says about it anymore.
When I watch
Well,
those
we shouldn't-
videos, I think to myself, I go, well, who the fuck hired you in the first place?
Yeah,
That's
right,
obviously a
right. I mean,
They
you know,
haven't been
the
wrong.
worker turnover is really high these days. I mean, because like people are fucking lazy and they're dumb and they don't have a lick of accountability or a sense of responsibility, and they think that they should just be handed everything. It's if you give a mouse a cookie type shit, and that's how we've been treating the generations beneath us. From my generation on, it was like the coddle your generation, the like give everybody participation trophies. Let's not play dodgeball; it's too rough. These are the kind of pussies that are going out into the world right now, and they're so emboldened by the hateful rhetoric that they learn in commie daycare and from the stupid box that they have lost their humanity to the degree that they will celebrate a man dying because they didn't like his politics. And I mean, we helped create that social environment. Don't like if you want to place some blame, you can place them in the mirror because we sat around and we said, I don't want to be called names. I don't want to be looked at as the bad guy. I'm going to try to be really nice. And guess what? This is the consequences of those actions. This is a society that we build from those actions. And that's why I think people are fed up. And when you were talking about radicalization is not necessarily the right word, you're right, because we're not going out, we're not going to burn down our neighborhoods, and we're not going to kill
No,
cops,
you're
and we're
right.
not
We're
going
gonna
to
do
kill
that to
innocents.
their neighborhoods.
No, we're not.
No,
But
they don't have them. They're already burnt down.
they don't exactly like why I don't need to go to your shithole neighborhood. You're doing a good enough job. You're doing a good
They got
enough job
nothing to lose.
sinking yourself. I don't need to do that.
I'm not going to burn down your government housing. I paid for
Wait.
that. I'm just going to remove you.
What is an element of it that I would say is radicalizing is that people are not willing to be quiet anymore. People are actually speaking up. Instead of just saying, oh, well, that sucks, but I don't care about politics, so I don't need to say anything about it. People are speaking up and saying, like, how dare you laugh and enjoy and celebrate a man who was butchered in front of his infant children and his wife. Like talk about, I mean, like I think people talk about like, oh, the demons around us. These people are demons. Make no mistake about it, they are demons and they are practicing demonic ways, and we have to navigate in those waters.
Speaking of deranged people in Section 8, there was a clip that's going a little viral today, and I wanted to play it for y'all, see if you agree. I'll go ahead and say ahead of time, absolutely. Now, Brian Kilmeade is catching a lot of flack for this, and I'm like, what's the big deal? I don't understand what's so crazy about what he said, you know?
Right.
So it was Brian Kilmeade on Fox News. He had this to say.
Billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something. Just kill them.
Yeah, Brian, why did it have to get to this point?
Right. I would say this, we're not voting for the right people. In North Carolina, wake up.
I love that that's on the Fox and Friends morning show.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one where it's normally bright and bubbly. And like, look at this woman with the puppy she'd rescue. Also up next, my take on lethal injection
That's
for
why
the
at,
homeless.
That's why at the end he goes. That's why at the end he goes. Wake up!
The involuntary lethal injection.
Oh, yeah. Well, most people don't volunteer for it, I've found.
I don't. Can you name a single person in history that's volunteered? These people are retarded. They're like, like, where do they find these people? Is what I want to know. Like, is it really that easy to get a job at Fox? Like, what? Yeah. All right.
Wait. I'm confused. Are we disagreeing? I was like, yeah, Brian Kilmeade for president. Okay. I feel like there's only one way out of this, and that's execution of the homeless. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's where they trick you. They go, it's the homeless. And I go, no. They're homeless for a reason. Okay.
Yeah.
Now hear me out. I don't want to sound uncaring. But the ones me and Brian Kilmeade are talking about, he's my buddy. I don't know him, but after hearing that, we're fast friends. I'm thinking
I had to watch Fox and Friends in prison for 2 years because there was either that or bullshit pop country on CMT in the morning. So I feel like me and him are homies.
TV.
I'd be like, you know what? Yep. I'm definitely gonna listen to the Execute All Homeless People channel. But I feel like he didn't really mean all homeless. He meant the homeless that you just don't want anymore. You know, it's like we've given you a lot of chances.
Causing problems.
Yeah. I'm sure there's plenty of other homeless people that are fine. But we all know who they are. We have eyes.
I used to live on Tranny Hooker Corner in San Francisco. And
great corner, by the way.
Great
deals. A great corner. Wonderful corner. It's a wonderful corner.
A lot of good cuisine comes out of there.
You get a bonus.
It's right on the precipice of like. I'm sorry?
You said Tranny Hooker Corner. I said it's a great corner. Then I go, you get a bonus. You weren't even expecting it, but like it's a little extra for your money. She's got a penis. Some people pay extra for that. Not in San Francisco.
Not in San Francisco. Well, so Tranny Hooker Corner is like a well-known place, and it's right on the middle between where like the ghetto is and the Tenderloin, and like where the main street is. And the homeless problem there is fucking insane. It's horrible. But there's the difference between like the and I hate to say it because like I'm not glorifying tranny hookers, but there was like the nice lady boys who would like look out for me if I wanted to go to the bodega at 2 a.m, and then there was the fucking meth heads who would try to stab you for your shoes, you know. Like
they don't even fit. They don't even fit. You tranny, get away from me. I have women's feet. Actually, you obviously do not.
There was this guy, you know, he was obviously like looking for a hooker. And he tried to like approach me, and I wasn't even like dressed like a whore or anything, but I'm on Tranny Hooker Corner and he's looking for a whore. And this tranny dude who like lived on this corner, I had like given her a bunch of purses of mine. We had a nice conversation, whatever. I kind of wanted somebody to look out for me. And I see him round the corner, and he looks at me, sees how uncomfortable I am, looks at this homeless fucking drug addict, and takes off his stiletto shoes and goes, "Hey, you got no business with that white woman," and chased him away. So some of them are good, some of them are kind.
It's a good neighbor. I like that.
Yeah, that's definitely like one I store for the books when they try to throw the baby out with the bathwater. There's a few that still respect.
Yeah. We're not going to execute all of them. Some of them will just go into
No,
camp.
just
But
the really bad ones.
You reminded me. This is something I didn't think about until now. The transsexuals are like, I gotta get. Let's talk about male ones, right? Male to females, right? They go, I gotta cut off my wiener and have a gaping wound in between my legs for the rest of my life that I gotta dilate and fake boobs and everything. But now I'm like, well, wait a minute. If you're serious, here's how we figure this out. You have giant man feet. If you're serious, if you really are committed to the cause, Chinese foot binding will prove that. I feel like that's the one way to be like, you know what? If you're willing to go through that, then you're not. Well, no, you're still crazy, but it would mean a lot more. Is all I'm saying. It's like, because they've all got giant fucking hands. Okay, they've got giant hands. People.
Is there Chinese hand?
They never worry about getting rid of making their fingers shorter or their palms smaller. It's like, I just need bigger tits to look like a woman. It's like, no, you need to work on that beard, Charles. But I'm sorry, Charlene. But I feel like there's other things they could do first. But usually they wind up doing something else, and that's eating a bullet.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get extreme. Or shooting one at Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, shooting one at Charlie Kirk is right. But
Too soon.
The other end of that is like you have places like California that approves using taxpayer money to help transition people. And then I actually covered the story on National File a long time ago. It was one of my first breaking stories. I had a very close friend in maximum security females prison in California. And she was telling me there's this really famous tranny, I forget his fucking name, but he decided after he murdered a bunch of people that he was, I'm a woman and you have to transition me and you have to put me in the women's facility. And they put this guy in the women's facility and he fucking rapes women. He's a horrible guy. He abuses them. And he told around my friend and to my friend, had said to her on multiple occasions, you wait until my homeboys get here, we're gonna run this shit. So these like lifer inmates are using this like tranny mental illness loophole, and not just in California, it's happening across the nation at this point, to move into a lighter weight facility so that they can dominate over these vulnerable women. And nobody really gives a shit about inmates, as I'm sure you guys have as sure you learned firsthand.
I've told them.
I don't know. I had it pretty good.
My view of them went way down when they went to prison.
I'm kidding. No.
When these two Nicks were bitching about prison, I was like, whatever, inmate. Maybe you shouldn't have committed. If you couldn't fucking don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Let's take a quick pause and do some of these Rumble rants real quick, though. They're getting away from us, but I think we're doing well here. By the way, everything you were saying just now, I go, see, that's why Brian Kilmeade was right. They should have just executed him.
You're gonna have a hard time doing that, man.
No, not me.
You can catch it.
Oh, the system. I got you.
Here, read some.
Exalted Patriarch sends $1. He says, this is a jaunty tune. I think I'll call it Ass Butt Is My Nigga. That was for the intro song. The original Ass Butt in response says, he sends $5 big, everybody. He says, thank you for that, by the way. Thank you so much. He says, happy to have made a new friend, EP, a real nig.
Aw, we're
that's
networking.
Sweet. Yeah. All right, what else we got there? Heartland's Aurelus sends $1. He says, hard R radicalization. The hard R is radicalization, I guess. And then Heartland's Aurelus sends another $1. He says, it's not, hit that button. It's not right versus wrong even anymore. It's righteous versus ontologically evil. Well, sir, I don't care what people's teeth look like. I don't think that they can control that. But and then we got Lengthy Meat Puppet sends $5. He says, fuck the left. Oh, sorry, you're right. We got a lot of these to get through. Fuck the left, all of them. Also, that recent Ochs bio was fire and should have been read as his intro. Ochs, we're going to jump into that next because I don't know what he's talking about. Tang P. Mao sends... Okay, no, you're going to talk about it. Tang P. Mao sends $1 and he says, Kim, marry me. Uh-oh.
For $1?
Are you a single lady?
I'm not. I'm actually celebrating my 7-year wedding anniversary on Monday.
Congrats.
Sorry, Tang. Womp womp.
Also, that was the message you sent with $1?
Yeah, $1?
You don't seem really committed
That's
to that.
That's not very much of a dowry.
That's not convincing.
The fuck?
That's not
What are you,
convincing.
an Indian? He's negotiating. He's starting low. All right,
go.
glad to
No
stop
return,
that.
sir.
He sends another $2. He says, that young lady just said the P word. I will wash my own mouth with soap while I mumble Hail Marys praying for her. I don't know what the P word is.
I think she said pussies. I don't know.
Protestants? I don't know.
I said Protestant.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I said pussy.
Oh.
No, I said pussy.
That's fine. I say pussy all the time. And in a few different ways, too. That's another one. Oh, Lengthy Meat Puppet says, guys, punctuation is important. People, for Vil to change his name to Vril more manly as proof of radicalization. I'm in. New show. When that drops, we've got, you know how we were talking about what's the title of the new show going to be?
It's not going to be Vril Mormonly.
It's going to be Vril more manly.
I'm not doing this anymore. I quit.
I am in.
I'm done.
Oaks,
He
what
quits
is it?
live,
What
he
are,
leaves.
I'm out.
yeah, well, I don't give her shit. How's that? Because now I'm real more manly, and I don't fucking need you. I'm kidding. I
Shoots
need
test
you,
for
buddy.
3 days, and he thinks he's just...
That test is not helping much.
It's been like 3 days.
Well, I tell you what, it didn't fix my bipolarity. Don't kill me, Brian Kilmeade. I'm fine.
Well,
I'm
that's
fine.
crazy, because people know, like, typically when you have a
gonna
mental
say, be
disorder,
careful.
you should correct it with hormones.
Well, it's just a naturally occurring hormone. I don't know. It's not the opposite of what. It doesn't matter.
Self-prescribed.
Oaks, what is? It's not self-prescribed. It is. I guess it's self-diagnosed too. All right. You know what? Fuck it. Don't put my business out there. All right, Oaks. What are these people talking about? And have you tried testosterone injections?
No injections. I just do lines. But so in the past, I've only had one real online reference point to explain my life, which is the Megastar bio, and I'll read you the first paragraph since it got
Okay.
replaced. Nicholas Ochs, aka Nick Ochs, is a white man Hawaii Proud Boy. Nick is a member of the Proud Boys, has been a social group for many years. Nick has been involved in many scuffles with anti-fascist and Antifa protests during his time in Vancouver. It's a country I'm banned from. So this is obviously Pakistani written, but someone has supplied a new biography for me that I think it just reads a lot smoother. And it's going around the chats. It's a bit long to maybe read the whole thing in the show, but I'll give you the first few lines and people can decide if they want to stop by the page and see it. I'll forward it to the main page.
Okay.
In the sultry underbelly of Honolulu, where the
Love
trade
it.
winds whisper secrets of unrest, Nicholas Ochs slithered into existence around 1985, a former U.S. Marine twisted by far-right fervor into a high-ranking operative of the notorious
Sounds
Manchu
sexy.
This is a romance novel.
Oh,
I'm
it
getting
goes
wet.
on, buddy. Like it's impressively
Holy
written,
chat
and,
GBT.
it's from AI. I don't know which one because I didn't program this myself.
It's from Sexy
a
AI.
whole life story. And let me tell you, it's a read, buddy. It's a read. Maybe we'll put it in the feed here.
I'm going to dedicate an entire show to it. I'm just going to read it, and I'm going to try to keep my wits about myself. So anyway, so we were talking about, I
it
think,
into a drinking
transsexuals.
Ooh.
I don't drink.
We were.
Just kidding. So we were talking about transsexual radicalism and like how it happens or something. I don't know. I don't remember because I'm drinking. But this article came out in the New York Post, and I think it touched on something we were talking about earlier, but I wasn't paying much attention. But it says therapists are banned from talking to kids about accepting their biological sex. Oh, I think it was, I think, Kim, you were talking about in California how, like, how the transsexual thing happens, maybe. I don't know. I'm probably getting that wrong. Whatever.
I would say I was talking about the permissions that they use through like taxpayer funds in order to get their surgeries funded, and how
yes.
lifer inmates in prison are taking advantage of this loophole to not most of them aren't even medically transitioning, which is the hilarious part about the whole thing. But they're saying like, "Oops, I'm a woman. Send me to a women's prison," and they're using that to like rape and abuse women. So way to go, California. Way to go, Gavin Newsom. Way to prove that like you are a fucking devil.
Yeah, I feel like there's an easy solution to all of this, and it ties back into men and women's and transsexual people in their sports, respectively. And so you go, well, everybody's having this debate about, well, what about trannies and women's sports? And obviously, everybody that's on our side that shouldn't be executed says, well, that's ridiculous. Well, here's a alternative, you go, just give them a tranny league because it'd be fucking hilarious. Now, that also should apply to prisons. It's like, I'm fine with spending
Have a tranny
taxpayer
prison.
money. Yeah, just give them their own prison.
Yeah,
Also
right.
known as a gulag. Bring back gulags. What happened to those?
Make
No.
gulags great again.
Yeah, and goulash, by the way. Here's an idea. You go, no. They don't have their own tranny exclusive gulag. It's anybody who sympathizes with transsexualism that has committed crimes also goes to those same prisons / gulags. So now you get to deal with them in person. Bam! I bet crime drops in prison precipitously. What do y'all think?
I mean,
Rapes go up, though.
hand
Rapes
this man
definitely
the
go
Nobel
up.
Peace Prize.
That's the main
yeah.
point of like tension in prison is just being around these people. Like we had trannies because in the Fed system you can't just say you're a woman and go to women's prison. Like it doesn't work. I looked into it because that'd be hilarious. But
Shocking.
they put all the trannies in. All the sex offenders. All trannies are sex offenders. Like there's no other kind in prison. That's
Right,
not
I'm
right,
stunned.
right?
You gotta eat those kosher
Yeah.
meals too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
all the gays too. Like there were 2 gays that weren't sex offenders. Like in the whole place. No, 3. One was a robbery thing.
Mine was
Shocker.
You know,
weird.
they were fine, but
Mine was
it
weird.
just- it's not
a
like
lot of our homos
a kind
were
of
actually just
prisoner.
drug dealers.
really, ours were.
Yeah.
odd. They
Ecstasy
were
and
what you think.
methamphetamine.
Ah,
It's weird that gays, like a New York faggot and
Hi,
an Alabama
Douglas.
hillbilly, really agree on methamphetamine. Like they're on the same page there.
yeah, definitely.
Shared interest.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, yeah, it's crazy. So apparently, back
Daddy
to what I was
problems
saying.
and meth addiction.
Hey, first of all, I don't feel like meth is what should be demonized here. Maybe certain people don't do well on meth, and that's fine.
I've been doing great.
You've been microdosing meth for weeks now. You're
Just
fine.
a few grams a day for weeks.
Yeah. look
How
at
do you
You're operating
microdose
fine.
meth?
I'll tell you
You
after
just-
the show. It's really easy.
Okay. About a gram. It
Thanks.
boosts about a gram
Thanks for
a
the
day.
plug, buddy.
Well, speaking of the plug,
Oh, you're familiar with the
What's up his
method?
ass?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So when I look at the article that says that therapists aren't allowed to dissuade their patients from being transgender, I go, okay, well, you were obviously given a choice. And they go, I don't want to lose my livelihood, which means what they're really saying is, I'm fine with destroying the lives of others for my own profit. Well, you get the tranny gulag prison as well.
bye bye.
That's the crime. You don't have to do anything
Yeah.
else on top of that. You just got to go. Bye. Now-
Hippocratic oath be damned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what I want to know is, where do we put this new American gulag? We're going to make it great again. I'm thinking
Ohio.
Alaska, far north, Yukon territory.
Ohio.
Fuck
No,
yeah, Ohio.
Ohio's not
No.
cold enough. When I want a gulag, I want it cold. I want it surrounded by ice and snow 11 months out of the year.
So, what, Alaska?
Hey, we own it, right?
Yeah,
now.
We're
frick,
not
like
using it.
chop
What
off
if we just-
a huge chunk of it and just like make a big crop circle in the middle of the forest somewhere, build up some walls. Fuck it, make it a firmament. Who gives a shit? And just
Yeah,
let
they've
them run wild.
chopped off huge chunks of themselves.
What if we just made amends with Russia and then made it like sort of a business deal? Like, you know, here,
Good
we'll
question.
send you.
Russia won't
Open a
take
gulag
them.
for
Are
us.
you kidding me? You
If
think
we
Russia
paid 'em,
wants
they
us
would.
to import our lunatics? You're out of your mind.
into a gulag. It's not like they're going to affect society. There'll be popsicles.
You know,
over there.
speaking of Russia, that's a good place to change the subject a little bit. Where you at on Russia? It's not a gotcha question. Where you at on the whole Russia thing?
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Well, it
I
is.
don't know. I feel like people are. I feel like people are. I mean, my main focus is like American politics. It's not like I don't have opinions on Russia. It's not like I don't like somewhat follow what goes on between like our relations to Russia and what Russia's doing in the world. But I feel about it the same way I feel about like Israel and Gaza. Like, fuck you, I don't care. I'm not gonna pick a side. Like,
Right. I don't want to. I don't want to pick a side either. However, it is our circus and our monkeys, ironically. because
Well, it's our we have involvement, but like in the sense that I don't think we should. I guess that's my opinion. Is I don't think we should have involvement.
here's where I'm at. I'm like, yeah, Russia, take Ukraine. I don't give a shit. How's that?
Yeah. Don't care.
Yeah.
I go. Oh, is that what they want? Yeah. Well, I can't say take it, but I could say, well, if that's what you want to do, I can't stop you.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I saw an article today that said there's some. This is crazy. It's going to sound nuts, right? There's a Ukrainian hacker responsible for $18 billion in cyber ransoms, right? Using their technology to blackmail American companies. And I go, where was he from again? Oh, that's right. Not Russia.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Absolutely.
Look into it. Give me a second.
So let's get to looking at some faces of these sadistic killers and murderers, right?
This slide?
Yeah, that one.
Right here?
Get a load of this, guys. I don't know if y'all have seen this comparison yet. What do y'all think about these people, if you want to call them that? Do y'all find anything about this picture a little bit odd? Hey, every one of these things is exactly like the other.
Very stretched faces.
One of these things.
It's the
Yeah,
it's
talk
really
about
all
a
the forehead,
physiognomy
isn't
check.
it?
Now, these aren't AI altered, right? To make them all look like a bunch of SSRI fucking creeps, right?
No, I think
That's what it is. It's the SSRIs.
SSRIs!
Yeah.
Bam! I like that. Genius. I'm stealing it. I won't give you credit. Just kidding. I will. Kim Coulter said one time. This
You don't
is me in
have
a
to.
future
It's okay.
show. SSRIs.
That's SSRIs. That's
I
what
love
that's the best way to refer to the crazy eyes. It's the SSRIs.
Yeah. Now let's go back to that slide because I want to get another look into hell and demon souls. Well, would you look at that? Hey, here's something. The guy that just shot Charlie Kirk, you can tell by his teeth, he was a thumb sucker. I mean, he's been worse. He's been a lot worse. But whenever you
What do you
see
mean?
those kind of teeth, they suck their thumbs during their teeth development after their baby teeth fell out. If that gives you any idea into the horrible souls of these people. This will give you another look into their depraved dark souls.
Oh, this is disgusting.
This is the worst thing you've seen.
warning
about the
before
guy.
you see this. It's horrible.
Viewer warning. Here's a picture that they got of this thumb-sucking faggot putting over easy eggs on pancakes.
Just a
What a
psychopath.
sick freak. Now, this got a lot of views on X. I was shocked. Apparently, people are very...
They're very defensive.
They've all got an opinion on this. And the top comment was like, what's the big deal? Like, I put eggs on there all the time. And I was like, at FBI, Af Cash Patel,
Yeah.
you need to look at everybody who liked this post. Because this is a problem. And then somebody's like, you can get that at Waffle House. I go, you got to ask for that at Waffle House, and that should be a red flag. They should be dialing the police as soon as you ask.
That's not a menu item there.
No.
You ever
Never
seen
had
that
a
on a
breakfast
menu?
sandwich?
Yeah, you can ask for anything. That's not
You've
available.
never had a breakfast sandwich before?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you like over easy eggs on your pancake? Look, I'll put over easy eggs on hash browns all day because I'm a fucking American. On pancakes? Yeah.
Oh, but you've never,
who
you've
was
never eaten a
surprised?
waffle sandwich with like eggs and bacon?
That's
No,
different.
That's different.
I'm the weirdo.
That's a stack of pancakes. and
That's
they just
literally just
sloppily
eggs on a
put eggs on
pancake.
top. That's totally different. That's not a sandwich.
Hang on one second, Kim. Just give me one moment. I'm just texting Cash Patel
Yeah.
real quick. She might be involved.
Yeah. Hey, Cash, got one
At
for the
Coulter,
gulag.
Coulter.
Speaking of the name
All right,
Coulter,
my ride's
everybody's
here.
like, you gotta mention this. You gotta say it. You gotta say it.
Yeah.
Is there a relationship between Ann Coulter? And before you answer, there's a reason I'm actually asking. I own her book, Adios America, one of the best books I ever read, and I thought it would be hilarious if I could get you to sign my copy of her book.
I would love to sign your copy of Adios
Love
America.
it.
That would
We
be
will-
hilarious.
We will
Yeah,
see
yeah.
you in January in Phoenix, home of Charlie Kirk, by the way, for the ASCON convention.
It's not.
She nodded. That's a yes.
Okay.
She committed.
It's,
I just got another
it's,
guest.
it's
guys.
a funny name. It's not what you think it is.
No, it's ASCON.baby. If you want to check it out, just go to askcon.baby.
Should I play the promo?
Yeah, play the promo.
I'm gonna
I
play
hate
the promo. It explains why it's called that, all right?
Askcon.
Baby!
That's right.
AskCon 2026, mother... Woo! AskCon
believe that?
2026. Some of your favorite content creators are going to be there. No, not... No, not that penguin... Moist... Whatever his
I don't know who these people are.
partying?
Do you like having a good time? I like how we said that at the same time. Yeah.
AskCon 2026.
AskCon 2026.
You can find me, Dick Nicarlo, and Bill Nomerly live on stage there.
Stealing the show, as usual. You're welcome, AskCon.
9/11 is Gay is going to be there. Forced Mommy emceeing the event.
Mamma mia.
What a treat. We got big names in the mix.
Huge.
Big names.
Huge.
The biggest. On Rumble.
On Rumble.
Michael Dorn, who played Worf on Star Trek. He won't be there.
No, sorry.
You're not going to get that.
January 23rd and 24th, 2026.
Friday night,
Friday.
Grillin' and chillin'. Saturday morning, shooting in the desert. Ooh.
Shooting and scoot. Yeah, there's gonna be flames.
And then the main event, we're all going on stage. We're all doing our own performance and a panel show later that night. And don't forget to use promo code MURDER when you buy your ticket.
Should we go with murder or MTM? Nice close up on your
We're
double
gonna
chin, fatso.
Kill it.
And if you don't come,
We're gonna kill you.
AskCon 2026, be there. Connie's going to be there. Assbutt's going to be there. AskCon. Get it?
Oh. Okay, so real quick, guys, hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to cut a promo. AskCon 2026. Kim Coulter will be there. Book signing. One book. Mine. See you there.
A single book will be signed that day.
Yeah.
That's what we should do with our stage time. No show, just
That's what I do with
one
my
book gets
life.
signed. Be like, all right,
Yeah.
it's done.
But then I go, yeah. She signs the one book, and then I turn to the audience and I go, adios, America.
Exactly.
Kim, Coulter, War Boys, tell me about it. What is it? Is that your main place that you stream to? Where can people find you? This isn't the end. I'm just jumping into that.
No, that's fine. The Warboy Studios is a new network run by our fearless leader, Enrique Tario. He is terrific. All of the Warboys are terrific. We even have a token libtard because you got to have somebody to laugh at on your network. You need a comedy show.
Before the gulag.
But yeah, I do the majority of my content on there right now. I am going to get back into doing daily videos, reaction content, all that stupid shit that people love to gobble up. I know it's fun. I enjoy doing it. We had a really successful live stream yesterday. I actually shattered the Warboy Studios live stream count record, which I'm really happy about. And it's really funny for like the anti-feminist one to be like, haha, women are better. But I blew their numbers out of the water, and I only even used one of our several platforms to do so. So thank you to all those who are coming over from that. That's really cool. That's pretty much what I do for content. Is I run that panel, and I do interviews, and I just talk shit about current events, and a lot of music. We do a lot of music talk too.
Oh, I love
nice.
it. Yeah, we do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We do some music. Well, you used to do music. You stopped doing it. I think you should get back to it. It's the only thing that people donate to. Just kidding. We just got a big $20 Rumble rant. Woo!
Rumble Rant from Tang P Mao, and he says, "Keep your goddamn hands off my Alaska, more manly." I want to say more.
Was that an insult? I'm going with that, dude.
Mormonly.
I've already
Real Mormonly.
contacted my attorney, who ironically is the same guy that wrote that, and I'm putting in for a name change. Yeah. Don Jolly, he goes, more manly or Mormonly?
Mormonly.
I go, well, obviously it's more manly because Mormons shoot Charlie Kirk.
Was he a Mormon?
He looked like it, and he was from Utah.
He did have Mormon face. That's what I was going to say with like
He
the
looked
combination
like
of
it.
all those people.
Maybe we're missing this entire thing. It's actually not transsexuals and their lovers. It's Mormons.
It's Mormon face.
Has anybody looked into this?
They all look like Mormons.
Hold on. At Cash Patel, where are you at on the Mormon question? Hey, have you guys?
MQ.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Next subject. We're talking about the MQ. You ready for this? I don't know. It's a hot topic. People get.
Are
a
you
little,
woke on the MQ?
Yeah. People. Hey, it's a spicy subject. We might all get canceled for this. Joseph Smith, your take. Go. Nick Ochs, you go first.
Joseph Smith. I mean, look, I don't want to alienate our viewers, but I can't get behind the Mormon thing. Like, he was a well-known con artist from like 1850 and came up with the dumbest story that anyone had ever heard, and everybody just went with it. They followed him out west until he went to like as far as like Chicago when it was small, told the same story, and they just beat the hell out of him. I think, did he die there? It's stupid. I'm sorry. Quit being Mormon. Don't do that.
Okay, so Oak says he died like a prophet. Kim Coulter, what's your take? Go.
Yeah, I mean, it's an epically dumb story, and no love, no hate between these people at all. I guess I don't have any personal problems with Mormonism, but I just think that it takes a certain degree of severe naivete.
I do have a problem with it. It's wrong there, just like transsexualism. Dick, your take. Go.
I don't have one. They're weird.
That's a take. That's a take.
All right, that's my take. They're weird.
Hey
They
guys.
got weird faith. Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm so
I'll keep it
I'm
simple.
so
They're
frightened by stepping on your lines.
They're weird.
Okay. I was just gonna say that everybody, if you look around, we're working on the new show. We're here in the studio right now. A lot of money going into this, a lot of time. I don't know when we're gonna debut it, but we're working on the new set and everything. And speaking of the new set, if you would move your whole body over this way, just a smidge. Back there, we got our sign custom made by Cox Custom Woodworks. It's kind of hidden in the background right now. Cox Custom Woodworks. If y'all need custom woodwork signs, let me just move the mouse here. I got to change the camera angle.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Why did you move it back? Now it doesn't look like it's in the back. What's your deal?
It's in the background right there. They can't hear you. You don't have a microphone. Kim, stand by. Don't worry about this unprofessionalism. That's an actual sign. We've got two of them.
Look at this beautiful piece of custom woodwork. It's 3D. Look at that. Look at that.
He's saying it's 3D. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, just plug it.
Yeah, just plug it. Keep plugging. Cox Custom Woodworks. If you want your own sign, 3D cut signs by an actual woodworking professional from Cox Custom Woodworks. Somebody give me the place to plug here. I'm fucking dying.
That's where you find them.
CoxCustomWoodworks.com. Oh, it's on his social medias. That's Cox, C-O-X, you perverts, you scumbags. Cox Custom Woodworks makes these great signs. This is 3D. It's hard to tell. But look, see how my fingers get stuck in between the letters? Yeah, that's not a flat sign. It's not a flat sign. And he's not a flat person. I don't know what that means. He's got a nice chest. He's made signs for Fleckus from Fleckus Talks. He's... Feed me another line, fucker. Oh, he's gone. Anyway, Kim Coulter endorses Cox. What was it again? Cox Custom Woodworks. Kim, get in touch with him. He's got a sign for you. He will not do a War Boys sign, though. I asked him about that.
Oh, no.
I said, hey, what about the whole War Boys channel? Would you do one for them? He goes, absolutely not. And I said, why? And he goes, ask Nick Ochs about that. And I said, well, I will. So I'm asking you, Nick Ochs, why wouldn't he do that?
Oh yeah, the War Boys. Nothing against you, Kim. No problem with your network, but your federal informant boss has been a bit of
Oh
an
my
issue.
god.
Ooh, this
Oh my
is
God,
spicy.
I didn't know about that. What
Alright.
happened here? What's going on here?
The accusations of being a Fed when he was going to sit and rot in prison for 22 years is funny. But again, you guys can have your beefs. I don't need to get in the middle of it.
I don't either. I
but-
don't want anything to do with this. Who are we talking about exactly? Joe Biggs? Is Joe Biggs still a war boy? Me and Joe go back a ways. I don't know if people know this.
I think so. I
filmed
think
his.
he's gonna have a show on the network.
Yeah, I filmed his Proud Boy Second Degree many years ago. He hands me his phone and he goes, "Would you record this?" I said, "Yes, even though you're wearing flip-flops." And it's a long time ago, folks. Don't hold that against me. And I go, "Okay." And so we're at the top of the Shiner Bar in Austin, Texas, right? And they start wailing on him, and he's naming cereals like they do back in the day. And I'm like, "Hell yeah, man! You shouldn't have those flip-flops on, dog." And it gets over, and I hit him his phone back, and he goes, "You didn't hit the record button." Whoopsie. I've got a problem with that, even on my own phone. I feel like they should fix that. Hashtag Google, hashtag Android, fix your shit. Kim Coulter, have you ever been beaten into the Proud Boys? And if so, what cereals did you name?
Have I ever been beaten into the... I don't even understand the question. You guys are...
It's a complicated one. Yeah.
It is.
Okay, I will rephrase. If you were a man, and I'm not saying you're a man. That sounds ridiculous. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying if you were in the position to become a Proud Boy, let's say you were Joe Biggs, right? You're not obviously Joe Biggs, but if you were, and you were going to get a second degree from the Proud Boys, let's say it's including all the original War Boys, Proud Boys. Off the top of your head right now, what cereals would you name go? Gavin's there too.
What cereals?
Just name 5. Just name 5 cereals.
Yeah, they punch you.
I'll give you a tip. 5. Start with Kashi Goling Crunch. It's all downhill from there.
No, not Special K, not Cocoa Puffs.
I'm on some Special K right now. You got 3.
Cheerios. What? Fruity Pebbles.
Yep. One more. Captain Crunch.
Yeah, Captain Crunch berries.
Captain Crunch, one of the best cereals ever made. There you go. Bam. Congratulations. Nick Ochs, if you could look back, if you were able to have a time machine in your memory, what were the cereals you named?
Oh, I've named the cereals a few times.
Damn.
You know, you don't want to get stuck up and name
stop
some.
That was we did not mean to do that. No,
I didn't mean to do
sorry,
that.
Go ahead.
Is that a hot button? I see the nose a lot these days.
Hold on, I'm going to fix this. Hey, Dick, what about those Jews? Now you can't hit the right button? What the fuck?
What am I fucking about?
That's the wrong button. All right, Oaks, go ahead. Sorry. I love where this is going. This is great. Oaks, cereals, go. I'm punching you. I'm punching you. I'm punching you. I'm punching you.
Oh, God.
I'm punching you. Punching.
Lucky
Punch.
Charms.
Punch. 1. Punch. 2. Punch. 3. But no, Chex Mix is not a cereal. Keep punching. That's only 2. Punch. 3. Punch. Punch.
You're getting really hurt.
You're dead. Now you're dead. You're dead, dude. You took too long. You took too long. The Proud Boys and the War Boys just stomped you to death. You did not pass the...
nobody ever talks about the Proud Boys who died through that process.
I've witnessed 3 Proud Boy beating deaths, and I'm yelling. I'm going, Honey Nut Cheerios! And like, we made a movie about this, and I was actually in the back, and it was like, Honey Nut Cheerios. And it was like, yeah, it got fucking
goes
wild
at the camera. Like,
yeah, that was my tooth though, and I wasn't even getting punched in. It was a crazy time, man. It was a crazy time.
oh yeah.
All right, what else we got?
We got a lot of stuff loaded up here.
Let's hit the next one. I want to hear about the Oxford debate union people and get y'all's take on it. It's the black guy with dreadlocks and a do-rag.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Pause.
Good.
Pause.
Okay.
Before I play this, I want to all run through this together. Now, we're going to stop a lot based on the criteria I'm about to lay out, okay? So pay attention to what I'm saying. The moment he says something you disagree with, I want y'all to jump in and we're going to pause the video, okay? Does that sound good to everybody? Yeah? We're all in agreement? Okay. Roll that video.
To effectively create change in the world we desire. And Side Prop will argue that at times there is simply nothing else that can be required other than violent retaliation. And this is a view I wholeheartedly agree with. The view that some institutions are too broken, too aggressive, too oppressive to be reformed. Like cancers of our society, they must and they should be taken down by any means necessary.
No interruptions, I noticed. So we're all in agreement here, right?
Yep, so far.
I feel like Kim was
see.
not able to understand a fucking word he said. Those dirty limeys.
I mean, yeah.
I will condense down what he said. What's the fucking deal with political violence being a big fucking deal, yeah? I feel like if I don't agree with you, I should be able to fucking murder you, yeah? And I'm listening to this and everybody's all mad and I go, deal! You got a deal! Guy who shouldn't be in that country.
Well, that's the rules he wants to set.
Exactly.
Those are the rules he wants to set. He should be happy when other people are willing to participate.
Absolutely. And I feel like so many people have had that same mentality, but never been able to actually reverse the scenario in their mind. I'll give you an example of another one. Now, as soon as y'all disagree, you just yell and we'll stop the video and talk about it.
Pro-gun advocate Charlie Kirk just got shot in the neck at his own debate rally. I try to avoid American politics if possible, but I've opened X to a bunch of little bitches crying and whinging about how political violence is never the answer. These people are gunning for politics that is inherently violent to its people. These people are gunning for politics that are inherently violent to a...
Pause. We had a chime in. Kim Coulter, what do you disagree with? Go.
Well, I mean, we all understand why they demonize the speech, our speech specifically, and our values. It's because they want to dehumanize us to the degree that they don't have weight on their conscience when bad things happen to us or when they enact violence on us. So, I mean, that's what led to the death of Charlie Kirk. It's what led to the attempted assassination of Trump. Anne's been attacked God knows how many times. Like, this isn't new.
Yeah, I don't think that's what led to it. I don't think that's it, and I think it's why she's talking like she is. So, I'm calling things this week, right? I've been real spot on my predictions, and I remember a few years ago, I know because I was still in Hawaii, I did this interview, and people asked me about a point in the future that I know we just reached, and what I said was, one of these days, you're going to be able to, if you're on the street and some tranny spits on you, because they know they're going to be protected, they can do it, and you won't be able to do anything about it because you're the one that goes to prison. There's going to be a day when that changes, and you can pop them in the nose, and you're not going to go to jail for it. And they're not going to realize that day has come, and you will. You will have that knowledge before they do. And that day has come. That's where we're at. Like, that's what changed this week. So these people, like the girl in the video you're just watching, maybe it hasn't changed in the UK yet, but what she just said was highly illegal over there. Like, no bones about it. It's go to social media jail for real in the UK, right? She won't. But in America, that shit just changed. And they don't know it. They're still talking like it hasn't. So we got a very short window, I think, to metaphorically pop that tranny in the nose. They're going to be talking like that. They're going to be listing their employer right on their Facebook page, and we're getting them all fired. And you got another 6 or 7 days of this at least before they catch on, because it's a completely foreign mindset to these people, which is why they talk like that. And don't miss out on the fun, people. Don't miss out on the fun.
Ochs, I only disagree with one thing you said. You referred to them as people. But other than that, I agree with everything she's saying so far, because I'm like, wait, are these the rules? I like it.
Right.
Let's go. Let's roll.
Are these the new rules to the game?
Okay. So wait a minute. You're putting this out there as what's acceptable, right? Right? Are you doing that? Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's absolutely do it. All right, we'll keep going on the clip and see if now again, if y'all disagree with anything, just chime in. We'll stop the video and talk about it. Go.
Population. To marginalised people, to people who need access to healthcare. This is the same across the West. This isn't just the US. This is England too. I'm sick of this idea that you can't meet violence with violence. If somebody was smacking you in the face in the corner of a room over and over, you're going to hit them back. You have to. You're not getting out of that unless you do. These people do not care if you live or die.
Does she not see the irony in this? Let's go back to the Bolsheviks, okay, which I've been doing a lot recently, because, you know, history just tends to repeat itself. There's been... a pretty regular faction of people who, murder and abuse. I would say just average decent people throughout history for their own political might and gain, which then turns out to just decimate and subjugate the population politically. So I feel like if we just follow her own rules and go, okay, let's do that exact same thing, but I'm going to impose what I view as the people she's talking about, but I'm going to make them on my side. I feel like I'm saying the exact same thing she's been saying. I feel like I'm saying the exact same thing they've all been saying for, get this, not years, but centuries. And maybe it's time we start playing the exact same game and going, okay, let's just start from there. Let's go, hey, do I not agree with you politically? And I'm willing to see you ended and your movement ended before it even starts, because I can accuse you of the same thing you're accusing me of, and let's just see who has more will, power, and might. And I feel like I'm okay with those terms. What about you, Dick? Are you okay with those terms?
I am okay with it. I am of the firm belief that evil needs to be eradicated by force. If you are a force of good, you need to eradicate evil. And I accept her terms. I accept your terms. I'll be working out.
Yeah,
they won't.
These are the rules.
I'll be jacking test. I'll be working out, and you'll just be a whiny bitch.
Look at the muscles on this trigger finger.
Look at that finger.
Look at this shit. Hold on. Watch this. Look at that, dude. I've been fucking working it out. I'm like, let's go. Let's fucking go. Hold on. Watch this. Whoa. Yeah. Let's go. So, a friend that we used to both know, at Forward Observer on Twitter, he's like this, his name's Mike. He's this Intel guy. I used to know him a long time ago. Kind of fell out of touch. But he posted a video of these transsexuals training with guns. And he goes, something to the, and I'm paraphrasing, something to the effect of like, you really should be aware of this. And I'm like, well aware. Noted.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do this. Can we just kick it off already? Kim, question for you. Civil War, are you ready?
Well, I'm not fighting in a civil war, so
Kim is out. Ochs, Civil War, are you ready?
Obviously, we're all bored enough, but we don't have to because we just got the normies. Like that's the real split.
Mm-hmm.
You can do what you want now, and you don't have to worry so much because that's like they're firing college professors for shit we complain about now. That's so beyond what has happened. It's a very different equation these days. Like this is. I've been going hard on Facebook. Like I never use Facebook, but I did it this week just to test the waters, and the normies want blood. Like this is, it's not close. It's anybody who says anything against it is just swarmed on and fucking cyberbullied, and it's happening in real life. And the whole needle just moved like 17 notches in a day. And don't miss this. Have your fun.
Kim, if that is the case, capitalize on it, don't capitalize on it. Where do we go since they are obviously on the back foot, as they say? Do you just keep driving forward?
Yeah, no, fuck them. I mean, it was not that the reason, and I brought it up in the beginning of the show, they're trying to compare it to when people used to lose their jobs for espousing right-wing ideology, as if these two things are even comparable. So no, you reap what you sow. Like I said in the beginning of the show, keep that energy. And they were happy when we were losing our jobs, when we were getting evicted, when we were debanked, when we were ostracized from society for saying that there aren't more than two genders, and men shouldn't be in women's sports, and just like you should care about the sanctity of human life no matter what stage of development that they're in. These are incredibly normal takes that they've been painting as Nazism, and people were getting legitimately just fired for saying that they would vote for President Trump. So now that they're they were comfortable enough to get on the internet and say such horrific and demonic things, and they're they're figuring out, they're fucking around, and they're finding out that the consequences of being a shitty person blatantly means that, especially if you have a job where you're around vulnerable people in hospital care or in schools, particularly, guess what? You're going to get fucking fired. If you're going to celebrate someone dying, you don't get to be around vulnerable people. And that has nothing to do with politics. That has everything to do with keeping the interests of your company in mind. And people who don't see the difference are either too retarded or too evil. And either way, I want nothing to do with either one.
I agree with Ochs, right? Have the fun while you can have it. Strike while the iron is hot. They did this to us. They've done it to us repeatedly. They did it for the last 8 years. And now's the time to capitalize on what we can. And if you're in a prestigious seat, if you're in a position of where you have to look good for public relations, and you start saying this shit, we're embracing the find out portion of fucking around and finding out.
Well, there was a Secret Service member who was doing it.
Yeah.
There were literally a guy in the Secret Service. Like, that people are so...
They've been right. For so many years, they had nothing to worry about, and they knew it. Like that's why you're seeing, Dr. Fuck and the secret agents, all the people with absolute professional jobs have been able to say whatever the fuck they want for 10 years, and they get rewarded for it. Okay, now HR has the normie sense. That's what changed. Like the HR department is ahead of the game. They're cautious people. They're gonna throw these people out before they get thrown out, right? Like I got 2 more of my sites for Monday when HR gets back in the office, and they're gonna be fired. It's not gonna be close. This wouldn't have worked 2 weeks ago. It wouldn't have even crossed their minds. So a moment is here. A real moment is here, and please take full advantage.
Take advantage.
Pause and retort from me. I do seem to recall a time where they were literally murdering people, and then when people were trying to mourn the people that were murdered, even those visuals were then attacked by the same, let's call them Antifa. So when it says fuck around and find out, we're talking about the jobs that are being taken from them. That's cute. But I don't think that that's good enough. Now, I can't advocate for the same thing because that would be illegal. But that said... How many of us recall the times that the guy was, I believe it was Seattle or Portland, because it's always Seattle or Portland, was just murdered on the street corner, and they go, well, he was a fucking fascist. He was a fucking Nazi. And he goes, no, he was just a conservative, and they killed him. They just murdered him on the streets, and they tried to have a vigil for him, and then they couldn't even have a vigil because Antifa shut it down. I feel like we are playing 2 different games here. This one is cute to me, but I don't feel that it's actually doing anything. Firing them is great. That's just going to radicalize them even more. And what do you think they're going to do next? Obviously, I'm not saying let's go out and do the exact same thing, but I'm not saying not to do that.
It's a step.
It's a step. Let's keep it moving in the right direction is what I'm saying.
They're not like us. That's why this works.
Y'all saw the words. Exactly. And you saw the words that they're saying, the vitriol that they're spewing, and I say, as we're going, let's capitalize on this idea of being like, hey, let's use their own playbook against them. And I'm going, which playbook are we talking here? Because mine's not firing them. All's fair if they're the one. Look, if they're the ones that have set the rules to the game, which was a mistake to begin with, I'm willing to play by them. The firing is great. I love it. It's great. It's a very internet-y thing where you're like, you go, ha, got him. Got that motherfucker. I'm like, hey, remember when they got you with a bullet and you died and then you couldn't even mourn those people because they shut down the vigil and probably protested the funeral? You remember those days? They never went away. I would say, how about we declare that this is just a taste? This is a taste of what you brought about, which is something I wanted to talk about the other day when the Charlie Kirk thing happened. I didn't think I was going to get to it, but now I feel like this is the perfect opportunity. We are constantly held to our own standard of being like, well, we've got, you're right, freedom of speech. We got to have this freedom of speech, and I used to agree with that. I'm not saying I don't agree with it anymore, but now I'm like, have y'all noticed? Because let me tell you who's noticed this point more than anybody. Have y'all noticed how they use your own rights against you?
Yeah.
And they kind of have for not our generation, but for decades now.
Yeah.
Call it a century if you want. And so we're still playing the game of let's get them fired for their free speech because free speech has consequences. And it's a fun time. It is a fun time. I'm not going to lie. I'm enjoying it. I like watching it and everything. But that's not the same game that they're playing.
No.
But
It's not the same game.
They are enabled.
All
But
right.
you know what? If we
So let's get enabled. Sorry.
But you can't. You're not there yet. That's all I'm saying. We're just not
You're
there
right.
yet because the system still has rot in it. It's full of leftist judges. They got like 90 days for putting train derailment devices all over like the Northwest, right? Remember that? That was a real thing Antifa
Yeah.
was doing.
Yeah,
Derailing
this is what I'm talking
trains with
about.
3D printed little ramps. Yeah, but that's they know that they can derail a train, and the worst is going to happen is it was like 2 months or something, and that's it. Right? And there's no joint terrorism task force or any of this shit. That's the difference. That's still the difference. That's not what changes week. You understand? But they're refocusing. They're going to learn. Yeah, I wish I had a bigger part in it, but there's just not room for us. They're going to get RICO'd and shit.
Speaking of the train, you just reminded me of something else. Hey, remember that time they took over an entire city and people were murdered and nothing happened? You remember that time that they literally violated American law and could have had war declared against them for raising a flag of another nation within the interior of the United States and claiming that land to be their own and nothing happened?
No, I remember what happened.
But like, do you also remember when people?
Kim, go ahead.
Remember what happened when people?
The cops did a radio prank where they said the Proud Boys are coming because they knew they listened to their cop radios, and they went mad and shot 2 teenagers in the car. Remember that? The cops got in trouble. That's all that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you guys remember when people were peacefully escorted into the Capitol by Capitol Police and took a guided tour of the building and then went to federal prison as terrorists?
No, weird. Not ringing a bell at all.
Know,
so,
it's not ringing a bell, I guess.
Because the two J6ers here. It's like, nope, sorry, don't remember that. Hey, do the crime, do the time. That's all I'm saying.
Shut up. Shut up. You sent me there. You
so
should
I'm
be
just
part
saying,
of the
like,
conspiracy.
there's obvious corruption. There's obvious corruption in a system where politicians are creating bail funds for criminals who go around burning, looting, and murdering, and then the setup of January 6th where you paint a bunch of patriots as terrorists. There's an obvious bias and there's obvious problems with the judicial system. And yeah, that's about all I got on that.
Yeah. No, I agree entirely. I just kind of wish that the founding fathers of this nation had the foresight. Unfortunately, they didn't. To say things like, the tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. But they never said that. So here's where we are now. Like, unfortunately, they didn't look that far enough ahead. But let's actually get to the Rumble rants that we got
some
right
Rumble
now.
rants, guys. Okay, Tang P Mouse sends $5. Appreciate it, bud. This was in relation to the live read for the sign that we kind of flubbed. Custom Wood Cox. No, Cox Custom Woodworks. You indecorous piece of... I'm just kidding, Tang. I love you.
Fucking Dennis Miller over here. I don't know what that means.
Custom Woodworks. Great signs. Great products, guys. And after that, we got Heartland's Aurelius with $1. Darky and British accent is worse than a fucking Indian IT call center. I agree. I don't like any British accents. Immediately when I hear British accent, I just think retard.
Yeah, I wish we would have, had a revolution against them a long time ago. And had some founding fathers that said cool stuff like, y'all shouldn't allow this, and when it's happening, you should do something about it. But they never did. So
we used to hear it. We used to hear it and go, that person must be smart.
If only.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? I wish that the founding fathers of this nation were like, hey, you know what? If this stuff happens, this is what you should do about it. But they didn't. They were just like, here you go. Never thought about that. All right, what do we got?
Go ahead and
next?
read the next one.
Which one? This one here?
The one that's highlighted. I'm highlighting.
Oh, Spike92 sends $1. He says, I should wait longer. I asked the question in an MTM chat recently, when do you go from a militant First Amendment stance to smashing leftist faces? Like, where is the line? I'm going to put that to the guests real quick. Where is the line?
I'll
No
take it
line.
first.
I don't have an answer.
All right.
Fuck the First Amendment. I don't care about
Yeah,
free
go.
speech. Free speech is gay. Don't give it to them. Step in their faces. If they fuck up at all, make their lives terrible. And if free speech is a dilemma for you, stop caring.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it anymore. If your free speech allows the freedom of poisonous Marxist ideology to infect your country, then I'm not for it.
Yeah, hey, are you using my constitutional rights against
Well,
me
free
to subvert
speech
it and
isn't
take
the
it
issue
away?
here.
Go fuck
Morality
yourself.
is the issue.
Well, that's in
Free
the
speech isn't
Constitution
the issue
as well.
here. Morality is the issue.
I can agree with that.
Explain.
People feeling emboldened to say whatever the fuck they want and get away with it is the problem. We've fostered a society where we've steered people away from honoring their families and being faithful to God, and in that we've created these little indoctrination centers that we know of as public education, or as I like to call it, commie daycare. And we send these people through that, and they learn to hate their country and hate white people, and they learn that everything, even slightly right of center and including center at this point, is like Nazi fascist indoctrination. And they're taught to, fight against that. And the freedom that I would rather know who's saying dumb shit. I would rather them be really vocal about it. I mean, like, wouldn't it be easier if your target was announcing itself wherever it went? I certainly think so. And these people are they're getting, the beginning of it is losing their jobs. Are they going to get more radical? I guess some might, but quite frankly, these people are fat and lazy and dumb, and they don't do the research, and they don't put time into much of anything. So, like, are you going to have a problem fighting off an overweight, retarded, mentally ill person? I don't really think so. But
not.
should you know who they are and allow them to keep outing themselves? Yeah, let's do it, because now you're right. The normies are on our side. The normies are like, fuck all that. We don't want to deal with it.
Well, the thing is, so we
No.
had someone dealing with it. That was McCarthy. And where they were most prevalent was Hollywood. And he went on the McCarthy witch hunt. That's what the commies called it, calling it a witch hunt. And it didn't quite go far enough, because instead of just, sticking with Hollywood, where they were blacklisted from, they became college professors. So do we allow these professors to still have the freedom to corrupt the youth and create
No, make
more
them
of them?
scared.
No, they
They're going
should
to be
lose their
busy
jobs,
and
and they
working
should
and doing
be-
things that they
Sorry, go
work,
ahead.
and they're not lazy. They will spend all their time on making our lives bad, unless they're too scared to do it. They should be too scared to talk to each other. They should be way too scared to post anything spicy on the internet. They should be scared what they say at work. They should not be comfortable ever. They should have this little gnawing doubt at the back of their neck when they think they're going to say something. That they've been
Well,
able
a
to say
beautiful thing
before.
is,
That's
Oaks,
one way.
is that online there's a very complete record of them being outspoken and getting away with saying all of this for a long time.
I've got
Coming
kind
back
of
to it now.
I've got kind of a similar take on it. It's a little bit different, but I go, wait a minute, let's use this opportunity, as we should have been doing for the last 20 years, and be like, no, let them speak out now so we can gulag them later.
They've already said
I'm just-
enough. We've got it.
He put it all out there. I'm just saying. Communism, where does it come from? Kim Coulter, go.
Where does communism come from? I mean, historically, or where does it come from in our society? Like, where does the inspiration for communism come from? I think I said it before. It's like it's introduced to people through public education, through core curriculum. It is fed to them from a very young age, and they're taught to admire communist figures, and they're taught to admire communist ideologies, and the popular trope of well, it wasn't done correctly that time. When it's done correctly, it's bullshit. Where does it come from?
Oaks, historically, who are those figures? Go.
Yeah.
Communism comes from resentful, incapable, weak people who can't achieve and express it. They can call it communism, leftism, socialism, Democrat politics, whatever. It's all about the bottom 10% that want to destroy those that are better than them. And the only way they do it is through collective dumb person bullshit. That's what it is. It's called different things per decade, and it's the same thing we've always dealt with since the French Revolution. Nothing's different.
Now I'm wondering who was responsible for the French Revolution. We got some more Rumble rants. What do we got? Spike 92 cents a dollar. He says, I don't think that this situation is even remotely reconcilable. Do y'all think it's reconcilable? Kim, go first.
I have no interest in reconciling with animals who want to see me dead. So, my friend Rich Pankowski said this before. You're better off trying to link arms with a rabid dog. Like, why would you try to do that? These people are vicious
or domestic pit
bull.
bull.
Yeah, or pit bull. Yeah, these people are vicious and evil, and I have no interest in reconciling or coming to, terms with people who have spent the last several decades demonizing anybody who thinks even a little bit like me. I think that's retarded.
Love it. Oaks, reconcile gulag execution, go.
Yeah, there's no reconcile. Fill the gulags. It's going to be fun. Your only task is to train the normies to be more vicious toward them, which they are very receptive to. I've had a great week for it, and hop in there.
Yep.
That's a good point. They're doing that on their own. I came to a realization after the Charlie Kirk assassination where I go, when you think about anti-fascists, what their main goal is to prevent fascism, but every anti-fascist action that they actually put forth just causes more of what they would call fascist. It just produces more. It's almost like they create their own problem. It's very antithetical to their own movement. Weird. Something to think about. We got another Rumble rant. $10 from Tank P. Mao. Tank P. Mao. He says this doxy bullshit is a brief respite, but in a month it will be business as usual. Only one way to go. All caps. Race war now. Okay. But against the Sicilians, curveball.
You son of a
curveball that shit. Keep them guessing.
You piece of shit.
Kim Coulter, your take on Sicilians / Moors. Go.
I'll pass.
Okay. Next Rumble rant here. We got Oaks. Any comments on the Moors? I mean Sicilians.
Moors?
Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, the shared history. I don't know. They say that the whole mob thing is really a Jewish conspiracy, but we'll have to ask both sides on that one.
Here's to the audience. Dig into that a little bit. When you think of the mob figures whose names you know, let's just, I didn't mean to say names you knows. Names you know. Let's start thinking about the entomology or etymology. What's the insect one? What's the word one? Oaks would know this.
Yeah, the insect word is it's an etymologist who studies insects.
Think of the entomology of those names that come up constantly, like Meyer Lansky.
I'm going to read the next one.
Okay.
Heartless Aurelius sends $1. He says, if only the founders could have warned us that the Constitution would only work with a moral and religious population of free white men at its helm. Or something. I don't know.
or something. He literally said that. I thought you were like, I don't know, give up on this fucking rant.
I tried to read it purposely like that.
This rant is stupid. I thought you were like, this rant is stupid, whatever. I don't know, something. Tank P. Mouse. Tank P. Mouse sends a big $10. He says, make dueling great again. What is this, old-timey hour?
Yeah. I'm not much for the duel.
Listen here, you communist scum. I want you to take 10 paces and turn around and pull your pistol, sir. Next. We got a lot to get through. Kim, you're popular. They love it, and they're sending a lot of money, which I will not split with you. But you can have us on your show anytime, and we'll
make
get those numbers up.
We'll make
lengthy meat,
and we'll be tamed too.
No, this is not. This is me being tamed.
What's the point?
I'm not even drunk yet.
You're
I'm
not
not
allowed to be
even.
tamed.
I'm not even 3 days on meth yet. You guys have no idea. Lengthy Meat Puppet sends $2. He says, I don't know what this means. Negroes from the Boot Island. Oh, Sicilians. I do know what I had to read it. I had to read it out loud for context clues. You remember when you were in school and they were talking about context clues? That's what it means, folks. That's why it's important. Pay attention in school, except when they're telling you to cut your wiener off because you think you're a girl. Next one.
No, that's it. It's funny you said we got a lot
Who's
to get
sending
through.
their
That was
kids
it.
to school anymore?
Yeah, that's fucking
Right.
stupid. That is
School's
stupid.
dumb.
Oh,
Don't
kids,
be
homeschool.
retarded.
Yes, no, go.
Yeah, no, they're in a. I only
Don't
got
dox
one.
them.
It's kindergarten and Christian school. Looks like homeschool next year, just in case there's any funny business. But I think Christian
Love it.
schools in the most based town in America are still good.
Yeah.
Like I lived
Yeah.
in the last town in America
I would agree.
that canceled the gay parades. Like the official city decision was, don't do that. So I think
Yeah.
we're good here.
Guys, what do y'all think about protesting gay parades with like Rotten Tomatoes and maybe Molotov cocktails? Are we there yet? Because we all know where this leads to. Yes, no, go. Is that freedom of speech?
No, Molotovs are probably not going to be considered freedom of speech for a while, guys. I hate to break
Why
it to
are
you.
Rotten Tomatoes freedom of speech? Molotovs aren't. I didn't say light them.
Yeah.
They're flaming enough.
I didn't. They're already flaming.
All right. Anyway,
Anyway,
moving right along.
take this away from political violence. Baseball. No, I'm just kidding. I don't
Hey,
watch baseball.
have y'all been watching college football lately?
No.
No, I mean everyone around us is really big on college football, but I'm just not a sports gal.
I'm not either, but big shout out to the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys. I hope y'all are doing great this season. I'll be making to a game any day now. I'm looking forward to it as the weather cools. Arkansas Wonder Boys, you've got my support. That's ATU Wonder Boys. Send them some money. They need help with jerseys.
Not that we follow college sports or anything, but you know.
No. Hey, have y'all ever considered going to local games, like local high school football games on Friday nights? It's been popularized by the movie Friday Night Lights. Do y'all consider that supporting your community or supporting gay sports ball? Kim, go first.
I guess it depends on the community. I don't know. I'd love to see more like small town style community gatherings like that. I mean, I remember going to that stuff in high school, and it was a lot of fun.
What if the team name, let's say it's a little small town, but they're called the let's like make up a town, small town Kansas,
Smallsburg.
the small town Kansas Rainbow Faggots football team, but they weren't actually gay. Would you go to
They
that?
weren't gay, yeah.
They weren't actually
I
promoting
mean,
it.
I mean, I don't know if I already question the sexuality of football players, but
It's a little
I mean,
homoerotic. Yeah,
Baseball is
It's all
much
along-
gayer. I went to very few MLB games, and I was the only one in the whole crowd, right? And I'm looking at my friend who brought me. There's like a 1-minute break, and the owner of the team has his hand on the pitcher's ass for like 30 seconds, and I'm like, nobody sees this. This isn't okay. I'm the weird one. All right.
Yeah, you're right. I grew up as a kid in Massachusetts, and we loved going to the local high school baseball games. It was the Boston Bottoms, and I was like, I don't know, and they were just constantly patting each other on the ass. You should have
It's
seen
your
what they did
rivals,
with
the
those
Philly
bats.
Cops.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever they made it to the Nationals, I remember watching that game too. It was the Boston Bottoms versus the Atlanta Aids, and I was like, "This is going too far." Tank P. Mouse sends $1, and he says, "I would win so many duels." Okay,
I mean, I don't know if, like I said, I'm not so much of the dueling type. I'd rather just, if I know there's going to be violence, I'm going to find a brick and take it to your temple when you're not looking.
Well, I'm going to find a gun and shoot you before
nice
you can throw
blunt
it.
object, and I'm not going to announce it. And there's not going to be any 10 paces or no.
Speaking of guns and bricks, Kim Coulter, double question. What's your favorite brick manufacturer for throwing during a riot? And what's your favorite rifle manufacturer for after the riot when you're trying to put it down? Go.
I don't know any brick manufacturers. What the fuck, guys?
I'm an Acme man myself.
I like Mason.
I like a good Mossberg though.
There we go.
All right.
Mossberg. So we're going shotguns for putting down the rioters, or are we going like a Mossberg AR style for more rounds in the magazine?
I mean, you got to go high capacity, right?
That's right. All right, I love it. I got me a Mossberg 590 Shockwave that on January 1st I will be short barrel shotgunning because they're getting rid of the FFL fee, the $200 tax stamp. Guys, if y'all aren't aware of that, on January 1st next year, day one, no more $200 fee to get a silencer, to get a short-barreled rifle, short-barreled shotgun. You're going to love it. Kim is yawning. We're going to let her go anytime she wants to go. We're just going to get through these comments. We apologize for keeping your night extended so long.
I just no, you're totally fine. It's just late, and I get up very early.
Yeah.
I do too, but it's because I don't go to sleep the night before. Heartland's Aurelius sends $1. He says, but Molotovs are already declared free speech for the left for the last 10 fucking years, mostly peaceful and all that good shit. Good point. Ochs, your response.
Yeah, they got suspended sentence for Molotoving the NYPD.
That's
SUV.
right.
Yeah, but it's not going to go that way for you, so keep it in mind.
Okay.
Not yet.
Caveat.
Nah,
Would it go that way for you if you
Never
also
said that,
Molotov
never.
the judge? In another country, not this one. And I asked that because, have y'all seen, I've been seeing for weeks, it's like, it's really kicking off in England today. Have y'all seen that? There's a Tommy Robinson rally where they're doing the haka dance. I think things are really turning around. And I go, no, thank you. Take that shit back to your country. And somebody goes, that is their country. I go, England's their country? I thought it was New Zealand. Who's the asshole now? Just kidding. We're all friends here. But I don't need haka dances. No. What I need is when the bobbies prevent you from getting to the Antifa scum that are throwing rotten food and rocks at you, that they either get out of the way or get beaten along with them. Of course, I'm talking about England. I'm not talking about the United States. That might border on treason.
You can legally say this about another country. You can't say it.
That said, England, anytime you want to reinstate my passport, that would be great, but it would also be bad for you.
One last Rumble rant.
Tang P. Mal sends $1. You're a little slow on that button.
It was comically. Thanks.
He says, a brick is a suitable weapon of choice, sir. Misspelled.
Thank you.
Guys, let's get down to
fist-sized rock.
Nitty-gritty here. Riots kicking off. George Floyd 2.0. We'll call him Travion McGriff. He raped a woman. Cop shot him. National riots. They're coming into your neighborhood. Weapon of choice. Brick, gun, grenade. Ochs, go.
You got a grenade is just fun. That's confetti. Yeah.
I agree. You've sold me. I'm going grenade. Kim, now you can throw in a fourth option if you want. That's fine. How do you repel the hordes of rioters from getting into your neighborhood?
I mean, I don't know. I hate to just like agree with everybody else, but like nothing really sets off a crowd like a big boom.
I love it. We're going IEDs, folks. Dick, yours. Go.
Punji sticks.
Oh,
I've been shitting
classic.
in a bucket for weeks, and I've been sharpening sticks. I've been dipping them in the shit, and you're going to feel really silly when you step in it, and my doo-doo butter is coursing through your veins.
I love
Phil,
it.
Go.
That's the number one. Well, I'm just going to go classic. To own the libs, I'm going assault rifle. I'm going with a classic assault rifle, high-capacity magazine from a perch. You're not getting anywhere near my property or my front porch. But joke's on you. I wouldn't allow you to do that after sundown anyway on a peaceful night. Kim Coulter, great having you on.
Thank you
Give
for
a
coming
shout-out
on.
to Enrique for me. I'd love to crash his War Boys podcast. Come back anytime. We won't keep you any longer. Dick, what were you going to say?
Kim, where do we find you? I think I got your handle on X right with your lower third there.
Boom, there it is.
Coulter Culture, correct?
Yeah, you can. I announce everything on X. I usually broadcast to X before anything else, anyway. So you can find me at Coulter Culture. Check out my show War Paint on the Warboy Studios Mondays and Saturdays at 2:30 p.m. And God bless you guys. Have a good one.
Thank
you had a
you.
wonderful
Oaks,
time.
where do we find you?
You
Trick
find me
question
here.
right
I'll pop
here.
in occasionally.
There we go.
Yep.
You can find me here as well. All right. Oh, yeah.
I will be on Tranny Corner, San Francisco, Friday, Saturday. Find me there. I'll be signing
I'll be there
autograph.
autographing your book.
Kim will be there signing my copy of Ann Coulter's Adios America. If you haven't read it yet, she was before her time. Everything she said was a fact and has since come true. Shout out to Ann Coulter. We'd love to have her on the show. Where has she gone? I'm not asking Kim because that would put her on the spot, but I have been wondering that question myself. Where has she gone? She needs to come back.
She has a podcast.
What?
Huh.
She has a podcast,
I don't
yeah.
listen to podcasts.
I'm not shocked. Everybody does.
She does like a Substack pod. She does articles on Substack, but she also does like interviews and stuff like that.
Oh, does she do anything free?
For what? I'm sorry, what?
Phil's really stingy. He doesn't want to pay for.
Will she do anything free? Is that your question?
No.
Free content, or is she behind a paywall?
I thought. Well, I mean, will she do things for free too? I mean, since you put it out there.
I think there are certain parts. I think. She releases like some clips on her Twitter. I think some of her articles are not behind a paywall, but I do believe the full interviews are behind a paywall.
Love it. Ochs, let's get her on the show, and we'll put that behind a paywall. Just kidding. It'll be free because nobody wants to pay for this shit. Kim, wonderful having you on the show.
Thank
Ochs,
you for being on.
Same to you.
Thank
we
you
will
for
be
being
back at some point. I don't know. The schedule's all fucked up as
Send
we
us
build
out,
this
Phil.
new show. Everybody have a wonderful Saturday. Sorry you wasted it with us this far, but I think it was a good time, and I think y'all loved it, as I did too. We'll see you next time on MurderTheMedia Live.
So close. We're so close to timing it.
Fuck! I almost had it.